Hello class 4 students, I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to start with chapter 3, that is timelines, and the main points are calendar and almanac, the Gregorian calendar and the Saka calendar, time period and timelines. Now class, let's start up. Answer the following questions. First, when do you rise in the morning? Second, when do you leave for school? Third, when do you take lunch? When do you come home from school? You have to answer these questions by your own. We use the clock to see time. But can we imagine about the people who had nothing to see time? How did they plan their whole day activities? Similarly, we use a calendar to see the day, date, week, months and year. When there was no calendar or no clock with the people, they found it very difficult to follow time and make a plan of their activities. The sun and the moon played an important role in tracking time. Their movement helped people count days, etc. Here you can see the picture of a clock and a calendar. Calendar and almanac. We can see day and dates, weeks, months and year on a calendar. We use it to plan our coming days and occasions like birthday, holidays, festivals, anniversaries. The calendar that we use for our daily activities is a general or a regular calendar. It is different from an almanac. An almanac is a special calendar made to maintain events of special groups like farmers, sailors, astronomers, etc. An almanac could contain information on weather forecast, sunrise, sunset, etc. A Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in October 1582 AD. He revised the Julian calendar, which was in use before the Gregorian calendar. In the Julian calendar, a year was of 365 days divided by 12 months. Every fourth year was a leap year with February having 29 days. February was the last month in the Julian calendar. In the Gregorian calendar also 365 days of a year are divided into 12 months. Every fourth year is a leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, a leap year is divided by 4. So, years 2004, 2008 and 2012 were leap years. The February in a leap year is of 29 days. In the Gregorian calendar, December is the last month and the January is the first month of the year. In the Gregorian calendar, all century years are not leap years, which are divisible by 400. For example, the years 1200, 1600 and 2000 were leap years, but years 1300, 1500 and 1700 were not leap years. Now kids, do you know it? The Julian calendar was introduced by Julius Caesar of Rome. The Saka calendar. The Saka calendar was introduced in India during the Saka rule. This is the national calendar of India. People here follow both the Gregorian calendar and the Saka calendar. Do you know it? The Saka calendar was introduced in 78 AD. Chaitra is the first month of the Saka year. The first day of Chaitra falls on 22 March, but in a leap year it falls on 21st March. The leap year is of 366 days and the other years are of 365 days only. There are 12 months: Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyestha, Ashdha, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashwin, Kartika, Agrahayana, Posha, Magha and Falguna. In a leap year, Chaitra is of 31 days. Time periods. When we say a century, we mean a period of 100 years. We count the century by adding 1 to the first 2 digits of the year. For example, when we say that Rahul was born in 1998, then his birth century will be 19 plus 1 is equal to 20th century. Timeline. When events are arranged on a line to show the time and order in which these have occurred, then this line is called a timeline. Time is measured as before the birth of Jesus Christ or BCE and after the birth of Jesus Christ or AD. BCE is also written as BC and AD is also written as CE. Here you can see the picture of timeline of birth of Jesus Christ. The timeline helps us to find out what happened and when. It means it helps us in sequencing the events. Sequencing is keeping the events on a line in order of their happening. Valued fact. A timeline helps us to know the complete story of an event. Awesome fact. In early times, only rich people and kings kept their timeline record. Now, let's learn new words. Almanac, a special calendar for some people. Anno Domini, in the year of Jesus Christ. Timeline, a line on which events are kept in a sequence. Now kids, let's remember. We use clock and calendar to see time. A clock gives time in seconds, minutes and hours, and a calendar gives times in days, dates, weeks, months and years. Two types of calendars are used in our country, the Gregorian calendar and the Saka calendar. BC or BCE is written for the years before the birth of Jesus Christ and AD or CE is written for the years after the birth of Jesus Christ. I hope you all like this session. Now we will meet in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.